Hi there, my name's Sean Gregory. I'm the estate manager for Roundhay Park and Tropical World. I've worked here for approximately 6 years, and my duties cover the estate and the multitude of golf courses and football pitches and cricket pitches that we do. But obviously one of the main places is Tropical World and the attraction that it provides for the people. Tropical World first opened to the public in 1984, and back in 1984 all that we had was the shop area, plus the beach house, plus the butterfly house, and steadily over the years buildings were added to the Tropical World site, so we ended up where we are today. We have obviously a huge collection of animals and plants contained within Tropical World, which I think is a good starting point, either for school children just coming in or for members of the public who have an interest in tropical houses. Tropical World is located on Princess Avenue in Roundhay. It's easily accessible by the road network, and we do have a decent bus service as well, which can bring people to site. In addition, we also have 4 car parks around the park, which can cater for approximately 1,000 cars. In overall terms, for Roundhay Park itself, we do get over 9 million visitors, but Tropical World does see 500,000 visitors each year. But one of the key things to remember about Tropical World is because it's been on the go for such a long time, there is a generational aspect in that parents who used to bring their children are now grown up, they have their own children, so you will see grandma, granddad, mum and dad and the children come along for the weekend. For spring and summer, and to an extent autumn opening hours, we're open from 10 o'clock until 6 o'clock on an evening, with the last entry at 5:20. Tropical World has its own shop. It's principally used for collecting entrance fees, but also we like to think we stock a wide range of products which relate to the animals that we have in Tropical World. One of my key lines is we don't stock dinosaurs because we don't have dinosaurs in Tropical World. So all of the toys and, soft toys and puzzles and kind of stuff like that, everything does relate to Tropical World and what's contained within it. As I've previously mentioned, we have a dedicated team of workers who actually look after the animals on a day-to-day basis, and principally one of their jobs is to observe the animals and make sure that they are replicating what they get up to in the wild. So the main attraction is the meerkat, but a lot of the school children do like Creature Corner, where we have most of our reptiles, including our 30-foot-long Burmese python. Part of the thing for Tropical World is that the children enjoy all the cute, lovely stuff, like with the meerkats and the butterflies and stuff like that, but they also do appreciate the fact that we do have deadly animals in here. Obviously we can't be taking the snakes out of the enclosures for like a meet the keeper session, because principally they are killers, unfortunately. I mean, the meerkats are extremely cute, and that's the main draw basically, especially when the mothers just had pups as well. We like to think that we cater for all social groups, and obviously one of the main ethoses of the council is access for all. So we do encourage people with disabilities to come along, not just to Tropical World, but to use the park's facilities as well.
Good morning, my name's Paul, and I'm about to take you through Tropical World to show you some of the animals that we're about to feed. We're just about to feed them now, so if you wish to join me, come this way. What we're about to do now is we're going to start to feed the golden lion tamarin monkeys. They have fruit and veg in the morning. Afternoons we give them a little more animal environment friendly food, such as, believe it or not, mealworms, locusts, otherwise a bit of protein. So while I'm flicking my fingers there, you saw me going like that? That's just to see how alert they are. It's another way of us inspecting them and make sure they're healthy. As I'm doing that, I'm also looking, checking their eyes, teeth, any signs of cut bruises or any sign of illness. By doing that, they move pretty fast. That tells me that they're okay. Go on, let's get further now. Yeah. As you can see, we're now in the nocturnal zone. So what we do with bats here, we hang skewers up because obviously we don't like the bats eating off the floor. A lot of people may not know this, but bats basically they're one of nature's mistakes. The legs are the wrong way around, so it's a bit awkward for them. If they landed normal, the legs would have collapsed because obviously they're the only mammal that can fly. So we hang skewers up so they can land on the skewers, they grab them, turn upside down, and then start feeding. So we have to put the skewers in, which I'm now about to do.
There isn't much that I feel I need. A solid soul and a heart of beat. With the little girl and my spouse, I only want across the house. There isn't much that I feel I need. A solid soul and a heart of bleed. With the little girl and my spouse, I only want across the house. I don't care who fancy things or to take part in the precious waves.
Mealworms to the owl monkeys, like me and you having steak, they really do enjoy these. We put these in literally every day. If it's not mealworms, they'll have locusts. But most of the time, it's fruit and veg in the morning, in the afternoon it might be mealworm, maybe a bit of chicken, locusts, crickets, and other little meats, things like that.
I don't mean to seem like I care about material things, like a social stats. I just want four walls and
Now
no
moving
pizza.
out of the nocturnal zone, and we're now to go out to see the meerkats in the desert house. Come on then, let's give you a check. Why I'm doing this is our way of inspecting them. You can't just go pick a meerkat up, stroke it and say how are you feeling today, but we need to check that they are healthy and there's no problems, any sign of fighting, scratching, any cuts, bruises or anything's hurt or not feeling well. And the way we do that is to rattle some keys, which you may have just seen me do, like so. Show them some mealworms, throw some mealworms near the glass. We can now look at them and I quickly have a look. And what I'm looking for basically at the end of the day is cuts, bruises, any sign of any fighting going on. Python comes under Tony, it's the lad we just passed now. We all have different areas. Python snakes come under reptiles, amphibians, which we have a specialty which is Tony. He looks after them. My speciality is primates and mammals. And we also do the birds between us. So Tony will feed birds in certain areas. I do another, which I'm about to do now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed the quail, rurals, and mouse birds, things like that. There's certain birds we have here that eat off the floor, tiny little things, certain pigeons you'll see as we go further on. And then we have other sorts of pigeons, which you'll see, such as imperials, emeralds, things like that, that actually live up in the trees. So I'm now feeding about 4 different areas, starting just here. Dishes, so I'll just put that dish down there. That one there. Just change it to there. We do what you call animal welfare check. We go around roughly about every hour and a half around the complete building, checking that everything's okay. Mainly you'll find it's reasonably easy with birds, because I'll guarantee when you start putting food down, they're behind you. Like now, if you listen carefully, you can hear the superb starlings behind me. What they're doing is they're playing pottery because they haven't put their food down yet and they're waiting. We have had some of the birds breeding. Most of the birds you're seeing now have come from other zoos, so we haven't bred them yet. And it's a bit late, even though it's warming, it's a bit late in the year. So hopefully we'll probably breed them some around about, say, April, May time. Should do well with them. I'm still feeding the birds. What I'm feeding now is some more pigeons. Not all the pigeons go up onto the table where we've just been. The emerald doves, for example, and the bleeding heart pigeons, and I'm not swearing, is they like to eat off the floor, off the tables that you've seen. In fact, you might even see them wandering up and down the paths. Bleeding heart pigeon lives up to its name, because if you look at it, it's a small pigeon, grey with a touch of red, and if you look at its chest, it looks, you can see, like a blood mark. So when you see it about, at the moment there might not, because there's some repair work going on, but you will see them. You'll see the red mark, where the imperials mainly are white. Right, so I'm down to my last dish of birds feed, and this is for the rurals. And I just put this behind here, because these are ground dwellers, and they prefer to somewhere they're a little bit shy. So what I normally do is I hide it behind the plant, put it somewhere like that. When I've gone away, you'll hear them come over.
Roundhead Park in particular has 3 cafes located within it. There is the Explorers Cafe, which is based right up next to Tropical World itself. But in addition to that, we also have Lakeside Cafe, which has lots of toilet facilities, but it's also located right next to the children's playground, and there's picnic areas located around there as well. In addition, we also have Dine at the Mansion, which is basically a high-end restaurant, and that's located actually within the mansion building.